Hello friends, Anna here once again with my next topic, and topic for today's discussion is The Vision by Mr. Abdul Kalam Sahab. He is the most famous writer, leader, scientist, president of India, the 11th president of India, the man who is not bound to any introduction. Let's start our discussion, but first of all, let's have a look over the text of the poem, and the text of the poem is I climbed and climbed. Where's the peak, my lord? I plowed and plowed. Where's the knowledge treasure, my lord? I sailed and sailed. Where's this island of peace, my lord? Almighty, bless my nation with vision and sweat resulting into happiness. There's the whole text of the poem, only 8 lines. There are 3 questions in the poem, and last couplet shows his patriotism about his nation. Let's start our discussion. The poem, The Vision. Let me share that the poem is prepared by Mr. Amit sir, whose YouTube channel is englishwithmotivation.com. So let's start explaining the poem, The Vision. The Vision. Let's start with the intro of the writer, Mr. Abdul Kalam Sahab. The Vision is a short poem by 11th President of India, Mr. A.P.J Abdul Kalam. He was also a scientist. He was born on 15th October 1931 and died on 27th July 2015. 15 October 1931 is the birth anniversary, and 27th July 2015 is death anniversary. He was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, a province of India, Tamil Nadu. He was born and raised there in Tamil Nadu, Rameshwaram. He worked as a science administrator at ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, as well as on for Defense Research and Development Organization. He is also known as the Missile Man of India. He was given a name, means he was known as Missile Man of India. He became the 11th president in 2002. 2002 he became the 11th president of India. He is also called the People's President, means he is called by people of India as the People's President, man of the humankind. He got the highest civilian award, the most famous highest civilian award in India. He got that award. The award is Bharat Ratna. He got that award, Bharat Ratna, in 1997. He died during a speech delivery at IIM Shillong, Indian Institute of Management in Shillong. He died during a speech delivery at the age of 83. In the poem, the poet has prayed to Almighty. It's a means we can say that it's a prayer towards his Almighty, to his God. And the poem consists 3 questions, 6 lines, 3 questions, and the last couple of line is about his patriotism, that shows his patriotism. So let's start the very first line. The very first line of the poem is about the struggle which everyone is doing to get success, means all the people are doing the efforts to get success. The first line of the poem is about that thing. He asks that when we'll reach the peak of success, means he questions God. He asks that as everyone is doing efforts, when they will get their peak of success. The second line is also the very similar, means the second line is similar to the first line, and that describes the labor of common people. The labor common people are doing to get success, to get the means to reach their desired place. He questions the universal principle, means he questions to Almighty that where the fruit is, means as we are doing effort, all the people are doing effort, so where the destination is, for whom, where the fruit is, for whom they are doing that struggle. The final question suggests the panic, hatred, and conflict which everyone is suffering from. Means the last line is about the pain, about the conflict, about the common people. That means we most of the people are suffering from. He begs for the peace. He begs for the peace of his countrymen, and that thing shows he is truly a patriotic figure. In the final couple of lines, he prays for the blessing. He prays to guide everyone and fill them with happiness. Means in this final line he prays for the peace of his countrymen and their happiness. The poem is nothing but a prayer to God. I already told you that it's a prayer to God he is doing for his nation. It shows his love for his countrymen. It also reveals him as a believer of God. Means it shows that he is a true believer of God. He is asking for the fruit, uh, means for his countrymen, the fruit which they deserve to get for their efforts they are doing. He seems worried about all the people who are not content and happy. Means he is questioning, he is begging for the people. He see that the people are not happy. He is begging for those people. The poem can also be considered a patriotic song. Yes, indeed, it could be considered as a patriotic song. It is filled with the feeling of patriotism. Every line of the poem reminds us of about the great writer Mr. R.N. Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore. His poem "Where the Mind is Without Fear" is also very similar to this poem. Means the work by Rabindranath Tagore "Where the Mind is Without Fear" is completely similar to that poem, The Vision. It proves him a true lover of nation. His feeling of sacrifice and dedication and devotion is clear from the text throughout the poem. He prays for the people of every caste. It means he never pointed any definite caste and creed. He prayed for the whole caste or every caste and creed. He just prayed for his nation. Thus, we can say that the poem is fully of his kind vision. Means the poem is totally about the kind vision of Mr. Abdul Kalam Sahab he had for his nation. He was indeed a great citizen, patriot, and poet. It is one of the finest composition of Indian English literature. Means in Indian English literature, it is a finest piece of work by Mr. Abdul Kalam Sahab. The poem has a deep and true meaning. The poem has deep meanings, and it has only 8 lines. Only 8 line poem shows really deep meanings, but it can be elaborated easily. It needs a proper knowledge of his personality. Means it needs proper knowledge about Mr. Abdul Kalam Sahab. He was a man who never stopped thinking for others. The man who never stopped thinking for others, for humanity. His feelings for the mankind and the nation is appreciable. Indeed, it is. He was a true patriotic figure. Who? Mr. Abdul Kalam Sahab. So that's all. Best of luck. Allah Hafiz.